Hello and welcome back to another Taunter video. In today's one, we're going to the TMNT The Archie Adventures, issue number 67. And this issue, we're dealing with Ninjara going back to her homeland. And I mean, there's some male stuff in there. Yeah, some of the stuff in here feels like it's going to be very furry related and all that kind of stuff, which, oh boy, this could be an interesting experience to talk about. So, oh boy, let's go straight into this one. So yeah, okay, so on the first pages, we do get to see, like far away in, I think it's Alaska, we do get to see this, this werewolf. She comes alive and she starts howling at the moon and all that kind of stuff. However, we do get to see this hunter. We don't actually get to see them actually properly, but we see them come in and unfortunately shoot her, and she, from what it appears, she dies, which is very unfortunate. And this other big, strong, muscular furry comes in and starts howling and be like, "Oh no, she died." So yeah, I mean, a great start to this story. You can really tell what kind of audience they're really going for, and yeah, I got nothing else to really say to that. I feel like that just explains everything about this issue. But yeah, so after that, we do get to see, like on the next page, like Ninjara, she wakes up, and this is when she gets a bit pissed off with Raph, and throughout this entire issue, really. And I have to say, her attitude really just changed very quickly from like one issue to the next, especially this like issue in particular, comparing it to like the last appearance of her. And I know that like she has some reasonings behind it because of her people and that kind of stuff, and also like she just going to explain a little bit more by saying basically, "Oh yeah, well, you know, Raphael, you don't really think about me or anything like that. Oh, you're such a bad person. Oh my god, you can never understand me. I'm always doing everything that you want to do." But yet, with her personality, I definitely feel like she'll be one to speak up to Raph and be like, "Yeah, no, I don't want to do this." So, I feel like most of her arguments are a bit like pointless, really, because she has definitely she definitely stood up to Raph before and is questioning him about stuff and that kind of stuff. So with him, so you know, like with her saying that, you know, I was going on adventures and you never really ask anything about, like, I understand, like, she just, like, I can understand where she's coming from, where, you know, Raph doesn't ask her about her feelings and that kind of stuff, because he doesn't. That's understandable. But saying that, like, you know, like, and Ninja is also doing stuff that, like, Tails is doing, but yet she has spoken up before about this kind of stuff, but yet now it's only a big problem. I just find it to be such a, you know, so counteractive and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, so on the next page we do get to see Tattoo. He's in this issue. There isn't really too much to it other than just Tattoo gave April and the Turtles and Ninjara a lift off to I think it's Alaska. Meanwhile, Tattoo and Yumikyo, they're gonna go over to a sumo wrestling contest, which is kind of cool. But yeah, so after that we do get to see the Turtles, Ninjara and April. They're on the road and they're driving through the snow, and I mean there isn't really too much to it other than just that, they're just driving. And then we do get to see a cool bit where we do get to see they pull over for camp, which you know, they're out in the freezing cold, in the snow. Wouldn't it be a lot safer to do it, you know, actually sleep in the car? I can understand, you know, for the fire and that kind of stuff, but at the same time, the fire's going to go out very quickly because you're in the cold. So, yeah, I don't think there's much logic in that, but, oh well. But yeah, so after that, we do get to see Tails, they come across the Northern Lights, which, yeah, I mean, I must admit, that's actually quite cool. I do feel like this moment would have been a lot cooler, to, like see, had this been in, like, live action or, like, a cartoon. Because while I would say that it does look pretty cool here with all the colours we should have chosen to represent it, I don't think it really gives off that, like, that wow voucher for, like, other version, like other media gives it off. Because it does feel like, it does come across as a bit, like, plain, but I think that's only because of the colours. Not necessarily the colours, but just how it's, like, presented. But I don't mean that in a bad way. I just feel like you can't really, like, give her that sense of wonder and be like, "Oh my god, wow, this is beautiful," in, like, you know, a comic book format where it's trying to represent it, but it can't. So, I'm not going to complain too much, but, you know, there was definitely ways they could have improved this, had they done it, like, you know, it made it a very different format, so maybe I can't complain all too much. But yeah, so after that we do get to see Ninja. She wakes up and she decides to go on a walk, and we do get to see Raph and Leo. They decide to follow her, and we do get to see her that she does encounter some other wolves, and she wants to speak to the male one. Yeah, but don't really go into explain as to anything as to why. But she does hear that someone is coming in the distance, and we do get to see April and Donnie and Mikey. They eventually come in and actually try to see what's happening. But we do get to see the male alpha wolf furry from the beginning of the issue. He arrives and it's like, yes, you know, I'm the one here. I want to talk to you and that kind of stuff. And that's where we do leave things off. So yeah, I mean, I have to say that overall for this issue, I mean, I don't think it's necessarily a bad issue. I feel like as a setup one, I don't necessarily think it does a really good job at it, because I feel like a lot of it is just very rushed into the story without properly explaining as to why people are doing stuff. It does really, I don't know, because I can understand like Ninja's story and why like Raph or maybe like Leo will go along with them, but yet like I don't understand like why Donnie, Mikey or April will go along with them. It just feels a bit, I don't understand necessarily, but it just doesn't really give much reason as to like why they would be there. And then also feel like also with other stuff with yeah, Ninja's attitude is feels like so off compared to like, other issues where she is so happy and actually goes along with the group and all kind of stuff. But yet in this issue, she only like it's only now she's got a problem with everything and all kind of stuff, and this feels a little bit like forced. I don't want to say no, I would say it just feels a bit forced in and just very rushed. Where I feel like had this been something which they've been leading up to over the course of the past few issues, I feel like this would have been a lot more of a, oh my god, this is the breaking point, all that kind of stuff. But it feels like it just comes out of nowhere, and it doesn't have that emotional impact which I think they're trying to go for. And definitely feel like also with attitude towards other characters, because I can understand why she would be a bit pissed off as Raph, because of everything that she explained. But yeah, at the same time, like you know, being a bit mean towards like April and like Leo, it feels like really out of character. Like I said, but like trying to be nice and that kind of stuff. It just feels like so out of character, which is just like really odd to see like her in particular do something like this. And then also, I'd say that the furry thing with how many walls and that kind of stuff. I mean, I never like seen a burrow before, but this feels like so like they're really just trying to go for that kind of genre, and yeah, it might be working, but this is it's not something which I want to read, but at the same time, it's not my preferred thing to read. But I hope I do something a little bit more interesting other than just a bunch of furries. Woo. But from what I can remember, it only goes downhill from here, so you know we're not off to a great start or anything like that. But yeah, let me know in the comment section below what you think about this issue. Do you like it? Do you not? And yeah, that's it for today, guys. Please share, subscribe, not stuff. Goodbye, yo, bye.